Hi all, I hope you are doing well. I was thinking as I'm preparing some materials for our asynchronous learning experience, in particular the videos, that it might be interesting and useful if I were to draw upon some videos from previous years where I was doing a demonstration in the class setting so that we can watch those and have a sense of a group class live experience by virtue of the class that was then live and participating, and to put ourselves in those shoes. So I'm going to be putting together a series of these video segments where I'll begin by introducing the subject matter and how it's relevant to our class conversation and what to be thinking about. Then I'll cut to a segment and then close with suggestions for practice or for an assignment that you all may write or contribute in some way, or to learning your ideas. Now, what should we call those segments? I'm not quite sure. Blast from the past, dusting off the archives. This could be an opportunity for a good idea to come, because I don't think those were particularly good ideas, and who better than you to come up with them. So let's have a mindfulness and law class contest, thinking about what should be the title to these segments, so that when we refer to them, we know what we're referring to. These segments where I set it up with an intro, we do a blast from the past in terms of a previously recorded class conversation or discussion, and then setting up where to go from there. I'm looking forward to, and Samantha is looking forward to, learning your ideas and suggestions. And here's a way that we can bridge a little bit of our practice into this contest. When we last left off, we learned the open monitoring practice. This is a practice where, rather than focusing our attention on an object, and when our mind wanders and we realize it, to bring our attention back to that object, rather to have a little bit of a less object-oriented focus, to have our awareness be a little bit more broad and open-ended, so that we might notice the coming and going of experience, sights, sounds, etc., thoughts, feelings, etc., and hold steady, or learning to practice hold steady in the midst of that changing landscape externally and internally. There's research that suggests that the open monitoring practice is also associated with what's known as divergent thinking as opposed to convergent thinking, and that divergent thinking is associated with things like creativity and the generation of new ideas and aha moments. So here's a suggestion to bring practice into this contest. Sit down for 5 minutes and think of ideas, what to call the segment. Then do an open monitoring practice for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, during which time you do the practice, and then turn back to your list and see what ideas come to you after doing the practice. Then whatever it is that emerges, pick one of those ideas, email it to me and Samantha. You can include it in the subject line to keep it simple. You could put contest idea, and then the idea, or you could put it into the body of the email. We will then cull them down to maybe a group of 4 or 5 and have everybody vote on them so that we can pick a winner. And I look forward to receiving and learning your ideas. Also, I am looking forward to seeing you on the 27th when we'll meet again online. I miss you all. I'm looking forward to reconnecting in that form, as well as continuing this asynchronous way of interacting and continuing our learning experience together. Wishing you all the best.